Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim from Simple Life, Happy Wife, and welcome to this weekend's video. It'll feature a grocery shopping haul, a Goodwill thrifted haul, a Thrive market haul, some clips of things going on around the house, including our organization project for my home office. I'm going to have some clips of meals that I've made this week and maybe throw in a few other things, including the dark ride home on a highway where it was completely 100% fog. We had about zero visibility. It kind of matches the weekend before that when we started out on our trip and we're halfway to our destination and there was a complete and total whiteout called a winter squall. So we've been having that kind of Midwest weather. Today it's 60 degrees in Wisconsin. Hope everyone is doing well out in the world. Next weekend's video is going to feature the organization project in my home office, some of my container garden plants, some of my house plants and the care that I provide for them, and maybe a few other things. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you enjoy the videos that I'm uploading. If you do, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you to the new subscribers for their comments and the likes. I appreciate all of it. Until next time, take care of yourselves and I'll see you again. Okay, we ran out tonight just to pick up a few staples. And though I'm not gonna every single week, do a grocery haul because I like watching them once in a while. And I definitely like watching them when there's new products or something that's interesting to me that I haven't seen yet. So I imagine a lot of people like the same thing. Not everyone, but a lot of people. So I got these little cherub organic tomatoes today at Aldi. This is all from Aldi. Thought I'd try those instead of the Roma all the time. My husband loves sliced beets. We usually get a brand that's sold at Walmart, but we decided to try these for $1.47. I actually found 2 heads of lettuce, my husband did. They look really nice. I couldn't tell you what the price is. I don't have the receipt. But those look good, and they weren't hard as bricks. We do usually have applesauce from Walmart, but we decided to try these. These are $1.59 a piece, and they have no high fructose syrup in them or sugar in them, so that'll work. I needed carrots, so I got 2-pound bags of Peter Rabbit carrots. Those look great. Last time I was in Walmart, they didn't have any carrots, so that's why I decided we'll pick them up. My husband picked this up for me to try. Haven't had tuna. I do eat salmon packs and stuff like that, but I haven't had tuna for a long time, so we'll take a taste of that. These are back in. I bought these a couple years ago, and here they are again. So I make smoothies out of these. So you get a blackberry, raspberry, and blueberry. 2 packs, very pricey, $4.49 a piece. And then my husband found these. The kind of candy bars that he likes are touch and go there. I don't know what the brand is, but he's seen these. Dark mint and dark sea salt. So we'll give those a try. And that is all that we picked up in Aldi. Okay, I have another Thrive order, and just, to just see what you can get. I guess I just do this because I do order a few different things in each order, and you can kind of see what items you can order off of an online store, grocery store, or whatever. And I was always intrigued with that when Amazon first started selling food products. I just blown away that I could get groceries delivered to my front door. And well, now many years later, we can have that happen through many sites. So this is not a sponsored or an ad or anything like that. It's just one of the online stores. I think it's probably the only one at this point, except Target once in a while, that I order this type of stuff from. So I tried this with my last order. It's called Rosey dish soap. I had switched in the last year or two to Ivory dish soap. As far as price goes, Ivory is about $2.65, $2.70 at Walmart for the same. Actually, I believe this might be a few more ounces more. I'll have to double check it and I'll leave it in the show notes. But the Ivory dish soap is so thin, so watery, that you just really don't get any suds. And the thing is that when you buy a dish soap like this, it's supposed to be healthy for the environment and healthy for you. You're probably not going to get suds because the ingredient, which I'll also leave in the show notes, that makes the suds is not good for you or the environment. So, and you can buy a brush like this, or you can use your sprayer to work up the suds a little more. But really, it's just all about having whatever the detergent or whatever the ingredient is in the soap to clean your dishes, and it's not really necessary, technically, to have a sud. the sud doesn't get it clean. It's just kind of like a side effect of the detergents and products in the soap. So I'm okay with that. A little bit of suds. I did buy this brush to work it up a little bit, to pour a little bit of soap on this and just work it on the pans. But as far as everything else, I'm fine with it. I get this for $3.49. So I ordered 4 of them, and that should be all I need for the entire year. So I got all of my dish soap for the entire year at one time, because on Thrive, when they have a product that's really good and everybody loves it, it tends to go out of stock. And when it comes back in, you just don't know. It could be a month, could be 2 months. As a free gift, I got a little tin of tuna for the kitty. So he's happy about that. Let's see, the Malden sea salt. It is $5.99 for 8.5 ounces, and I like to use this when I'm cooking and baking. And this is a brand that I happen to like. So, same price on Amazon, $5.99. Honey, you can find that going for anywhere from, if you go into Walmart now, it's $10.99 all the way up to $21.99. So, this is 16 ounces, so 1 pound of organic honey, and let's see what it costs. I have to look at my receipt. $7.99. You know, it's organic, non-GMO, sustainably farm sourced, paleo friendly. It's raw. So, raw and unfiltered, $7.99. Rosey has a all-purpose cleaner, and I did get that last month as well. So you can get any of the method cleaners or whatever, same ounces and stuff, for relatively the same price. This was 22 fluid ounces for $3.29. I also always get their sunflower oil. It comes in a tin, not a plastic bottle. It tastes a lot better, and it's a lot fresher, and it stays good a lot longer than anything that's sold in a plastic bottle. And I got 33.8 ounces for $7.99. Now, I just bought a plastic bottle of sunflower oil for $12 or $14 for a lot less ounces, and I bought that at Walmart. So, again, their prices are lower or comparable to any natural aisle, and oftentimes it is competing with both Walmart and Amazon. King Arthur, a favorite company of mine for flour. Got a gluten-free classic pancake mix. So we like pancakes here once in a while, and I just decided I've got to watch my gluten to try a gluten-free. And I trust and love King Arthur flours. So that was $4.49. So yes, that's a little bit more expensive than if you bought a box at Walmart. Let's see what it's going to do. It's got 8 servings, so 2 pancakes a serving, 8 servings. So 16 pancakes in this bag. So we'll see how those taste. And then my husband loves these beef sticks. Those are pricey. Those are 12 1-ounce sticks. I mean, if you go into a gas station or whatever and just want just a regular old beef stick, you're going to pay $1.50 to $2 a beef stick. These are paleo, gluten-free. I believe they're organic. Grass-fed beef might not be organic. Grass-fed beef. They're the Thrive brand. And these are expensive at $18.04. So, but he loves those, and that's a great snack versus having something sweet, which we're trying to get away from. So that is my little Thrive haul, just some different products to look at. Like I said, it's not an ad, it's not sponsored. I don't work for them in any way or get anything out of it. Just something different to share in my videos, and that, if it ever gets to be where the shelves are barren again, Thrive Market is definitely a store that you could, get some of your groceries, and at, I think, affordable prices. So I'll add this to my video for this coming weekend, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, here's my Goodwill haul. So I got this primitive picture and a primitive frame and its material. It says, the best thing to hold on to in life is each other. And then it has a snowman and some trees. So I think it's probably about a 16 by 12. Something around like that. It's very nice. That was $4.99. We have in Toma, there's 4, maybe 5 primitive stores. So it's a big thing. And so I'm sure that, you know, as people clear out stuff or even as people pass away, these things get donated, and I'm able to get quite a few really nice primitive things at the local Goodwill. And I found this little song book. I thought this was kind of neat for 99 cents. It's got some really old songs, some religious, like in the front, and then old favorites in the back. It's kind of neat to look at some of the old wordages they used and stuff, you know. Some of it probably is pretty interesting, and others I probably don't want to say out loud, maybe, I don't know. So anyways, I thought it was kind of interesting. I like the cover. It's called the North Star Songbook. I'm not sure. 1966. 540 songs for all occasions. So just take a look at that and just look at some old-time music. Maybe some of it that I grew up with in church. These linens, these were placemats, but I like this color of blue. So 4 placemats like this. This is a table runner. It's a primitive, the check and stuff like that, although it's not the buffalo check. Well, I don't know if buffalo check is just black and white or it could be blue and something, but this is blue check. Then I got these books. This is a newer book that just came out. Walmart has all of these ladies' organization containers out there. Not too long ago, it had its own section, its own advertising, and it was right out front and center as you walked in. So this is a brand new book, $35 if you wanted to buy it new. I got it for $4.99. Here is a book. This Joe Packham writes a magazine called Where Women Create, and also Where Women Cook, I believe the other is. And they're both interesting magazines. I've had luck selling them over the years, both of them. And so here is a hardcover book. It kind of has some of the ladies that she features, their stories in the hardcover book. So kind of neat. So we'll take a look at it and enjoy it, and then I'll pass it on. I got it for $4.99. I've never price gouged online. I don't do stuff like that. I generally like to get my money back, and then a certain, usually, I think the lowest that I go is 20% profit, but I usually try to aim at 35 or 37% profit. I've always done very well there. Lately, I've been selling a lot of different shabby chic sheets that I bought for on clearance, but the clearance prices back then were still pretty high, and I've had those sheets for years when the sheets were still made. I can't think of the place now. It was in the Middle East, and they were still cotton. Right now they're microfiber, and they're made in China. So I got them maybe 10, 12 years ago, and I sold a set of sheets not too long ago for $310, and that wasn't price gouging at all. Most people were selling them for $400, a set of sheets with pillowcases. So if you've got some simply shabby chic that you bought 10 or 12 years ago and it's just sitting around, or it's stored someplace like mine was and I'm not using it at all and probably won't, now is the time to get rid of, try to get that sold and get your money back and then some, because it's selling like hotcakes. Anything simply shabby chic or actually Rachel Ashwell right now, so that's wonderful. Some DVDs for resale. So Andy Griffith and Naomi Judge in something called A Holiday Romance, and again this has a sticker on it, but all DVDs and CDs are $1.99 at Goodwill, or at least at ours. Downton Abbey Season 6, all the discs were in great shape, $1.99. This is a movie that I own and I love it, and I watch it every year at Thanksgiving with Jacqueline Bisset. So that was $1.99 as well. Season 6 of One Tree Hill, which I watched for years and loved that show. Just getting that for resale. The Good Wife. It's a popular show. Again, resale and resale. 4th season and the 5th season. Then I was delighted to find these tins. So I found this tin in La Crosse, Wisconsin at Goodwill. I don't know, I have it in a video a month ago, 6 weeks ago, for 99 cents. Today I paid $1.99 for the exact same tin in better condition with a green lid. Then I was thrilled to death because this is a Dutch one. So it has little windmills and the little Dutch canal houses, the canal itself, the Dutch flag, and of course, if I haven't mentioned it before, I'm married to a Dutchman, so That was great. Also in great condition. Also $1.99. This one has a red lid. If I haven't shown you before, up close and personal, I have tins up here. All kinds of tins. And I have more, but I have them put away. So this is one of the first tins that we had when we used to buy popcorn. That's how big the popcorn tins were when we started buying popcorn. Now they're not even half that size, and they're twice the price. That's my cupboard with the glassware. And then I have a bottle collection. Some of them I dug up in my backyard of the house my husband and I used to own. So, and then I collect birdhouses. So that one is from a primitive store with the red lid. And then just a couple things that, like the number 3 is from TJ Maxx, I think. But there's a homemade birdhouse. And at the far end, a homemade birdhouse. And I think that one cost me about $70. So, yeah. That's all up there. And every year we have to take it down and clean it all. So, that's I collect tins. Yes, I do. And then a couple of other things that were not in the haul earlier is I bought a couple of the triple antibiotics. These are 88 cents at Walmart. And then if you ever need Neosporin, I know that a lot of people kind of are against it, and I was as well until I found the Simply Neosporin, which is just under $5. And I get mosquito bites, and my mosquito bites, as soon as I get them, they become infected. So I'm not sure why. I don't itch them or anything, but they become infected. And this is the only stuff that helps. And in this Simply one, it lacks apparently all the bad ingredients of the regular ones. I can't really show you, but it only has 2 of the ingredients. It has zinc and then the polymycin B sulfate. And I think the regular Neosporin has like 3 or 4 ingredients. Anyways, this comes out no smell, no sting. It's free from all parabens, free from the neomycin. I guess that's the ingredient that's missing. It works great. And this is a movie that I watched just recently about Belfast in the late 60s, early 70s, and the issues that went on there in that time period. And it has the Catriona Balfe from Outlanders, and Judi Dench, and Jamie Dornan, and Ciaran Hinds. And then it introduces a little boy who's featured in the cover, and his name is Jude Hill. And it's a really good movie. It's in black and white if you like black and white movies, and it's written and directed by Kenneth Branagh. So really enjoyed that movie last night, and this is $14.96 or 86 at Walmart. And so add that to my collection of UK movies. So that's it for all of my hauls and for my video this weekend. I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe, like, and comment. Drop a comment with your YouTube channel, and I will be sure to subscribe to it. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next week.